So as a marketer, if you're not constantly learning, I would say 2 hours in a day you got to keep aside to just keep learning the new tricks of the trade, because
Right.
there's just so much happening out there.
Yeah. So hi, Deven. It's been so long.
Yeah,
When did we last meet?
2016,
My math is always a little sketchy, but that's almost a decade now.
almost a decade.
Decade. Lovely to see you here. As I told you, I often boast to my friends that I know one of the co-founders of Saffron Stays.
I'm honored.
Uh, Absolutely. But the fun part is that the travel segment has been
Yeah,
interesting, right? I've been last 3-4 years. I've been consulting a
yeah.
couple of travel companies, very different from Saffron Stays, but you guys really got it right. I think at some point
Yeah, no, fingers crossed. I think we were ahead of the curve.
you were.
We were able to see something which perhaps is now a very common occurrence.
Yeah,
Right?
it was you were like a concept introducer, like
Yeah,
like a first mover, like बताना पड़ता था कि अच्छा पता है वो ऐसा घर लेते हैं,
yeah.
उनका घर लेके वो मैनेज करते हैं, तो कई लोग like my parents and all would have been a little confused, कोई अपना घर क्यों दे देता है?
Yeah.
So then we had to explain कि हाँ holiday homes and this and
No,
that.
I keep joking that it was easier to convince my father-in-law to part with his daughter than to convince the HNIs to part with their vacation homes or their villas.
Post COVID, we noticed that a lot of shift happened in the events industry in our sector, especially in digital marketing. Learning continues to be very hard to get good learning. This particular segment is about how you're bringing in AI into your marketing initiatives. And as Saffron Stays needs literally no introduction, we can go into your introduction as what has been your journey in the last decade or so. And then we'll go to more on AI in marketing.
Yeah, so at a very core, I have been a techie at heart. In fact, I often joke that this business of ours is actually a tech business,
Right.
and we are masquerading as a hospitality company.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So we are a technology first, not just a technology enabled, but a technology first, technology driven company.
Right,
And I'll quick sense of my background. I used to be a partner with EY,
right.
and I used to head the cyber security practice. So
Again, ahead of your time.
yes,
Yes.
ahead of me. For 20
Okay.
years, I built the whole practice from
Right,
scratch.
right,
But that's been my thing, right? I mean, I look into the future and see what's going to be the
right.
yes,
So now, when you say technology first, I know that you have a lot of things as digital assets, which is driving your customer engagement,
yeah.
the customer journey, the information distribution. But today, when we talk about AI and marketing, where it goes a little beyond the content and the creative creation, in your industry, especially in the travel industry, what have you noticed that has shifted in the last few years, last couple of years?
I think if you haven't yet embraced AI in your business, then you're in some dinosaur age.
Okay.
Everything, in fact, I look at my entire business and I say the only reason why in the last 2 years we are EBITDA positive, and we will continue to increase EBITDA positive percentage points every year, is because of the introduction of AI in our business. So we look at pretty much everything except the actual service rendered to you at the villa,
Okay.
which you can't take the human element away.
Right. So no
The
robots yet.
no, 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 no,
Okay.
no way. The ever smiling, caretakers and the caretaking families and the cooks, you can't ever replace that.
Right.
But everything before that, right from the first touch point of your customer with your brand, to the entire search experience, to the shortlisting experience, to the pre-booking experience, the booking experience, the post-booking confirmation experience, the entire pre-check-in experience,
Right.
and everything thereafter, the post-checkout experience and the back to the funnel, bring the retention marketing, the repeat, everything is going to be loyalty, everything is going to be determined to a very large extent by technology and enabled by AI.
Right. What are the tool sets that are you familiar? What your tool set your team might be using as tools at the moment?
So we use a bunch or a mix of all kinds of technologies, but we are primarily a GPTO, 4.0
Right.
at the
At the
back
moment.
end. But we use a plethora of tools, and a lot of tools are actually built by us on top of these LLM models,
Right.
which are pretty much ahead of the curve.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So when initially when GPT-3, ChatGPT was not even introduced, we were the earliest adopters of AI. GPT-3 was used by us to actually look at our FAQs, or the frequently asked questions, and we
Right.
created a fuzzy logic based chatbot at that point of time. This is more than 3 years ago.
Okay.
But then we are right now on a mission to actually look at all our parts of our business and say which part of these activities or actions of the individual can either be eliminated or made redundant or automated or enabled by an AI agent.
Right.
So, all of these four options are right in front of us, and the last one is now becoming the secret sauce behind a lot of things that we do in our
So
organization.
you actually took my next question out of my mouth, because everybody's first hype around AI is it's going to make make people redundant, or people are going to lose jobs. So in your category, like in travel today, what do you see is what is the percentile of people who are losing jobs, or is there an upside to this job loss that is happening?
See, you are definitely going to lose your job, but not to an AI agent, but to somebody who knows how to use AI in his or
Right.
her job.
Right.
That is for sure. So, if you're not keeping pace with what's moving in technology, then you're redundant as is.
As is.
Having said that, I must give you some statistics. So, 2 years ago, we had around 125 odd homes that we used to manage, and we had a staff strength of almost 165.
Right.
Today, we run 385 homes pan
Okay.
India,
Okay.
and our staff strength is 180, which means we've barely added 15 people, and we've more than three times the size of the.
Right.
This was just literally 3 years ago.
Right.
And the way at which the speed at which we are growing our footprint, we expect that we should be 1,000 homes in the next 3 years,
Mhm.
but our total headcount shouldn't cross more than 225 to 230.
Right.
Right. So where does this efficiency come from? This comes from the fact that you have an agent sitting next to you called an artificial intelligence agent, or the
Right.
agentic workflows that we
Right.
as we call them.
Right. So, in this, tell us a little bit more in terms of the adaptation of agentic workflows in travel segment, and which other segment in you are already crystal gazing from years now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, which are the other industries you see that the same models these workflows could be migrated to?
So I think at the core of this is that you have to look at your own business and say which of these actions can be enabled by AI. Now I'll allow me to explain or give examples rather.
Yes.
So when we started 2 years ago, we started with getting our chatbot enabled.
Right.
Okay. And when so the chatbot not only had to look at for example, and give answers on the home,
Mhm.
but customers started asking about even availability, or asking about how much does it cost.
Mm.
That means you got to actually expose your APIs to the
Right.
workflows, and actually get the rates out real time and present.
Right.
And then thereafter you had to allow even the booking process, which means it had to mimic what an agent does. So
Yes.
agent sometimes creates a little bit of a FOMO, or what, somebody else is booking the villa, but
Right.
or the agent sometimes even creates a sense of urgency.
Right.
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 So we trained our algorithm to actually even mimic an agent.
Right.
Then last year we started with our first experiment with a voice agent.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And today now we receive, for example, 1,000 leads a day, 1,000 leads a day.
Wow.
And
Okay.
for that, I had to have an army of people, right?
Right.
Not a single call is missed, and everything is attended to first by an AI bot, which fully qualifies the lead. And then there's an ML algorithm which actually runs on the entire lead database for the last 7 years, and has a sense of probability, saying that this particular lead has a probability of 90% conversion, and it's put in a separate bucket.
Nice.
And then the customers is actually asked, do you want to chat on WhatsApp? Do you want to actually continue on the voice
Right.
conversation?
Right.
and then the conversation proceeds to either of these two,
Right.
and it auto detects whether a human agent needs to pick up the phone
up
call
the
and
call,
actually convert the lead.
Right.
Till then, you have no idea that you're talking to an
And even
AI
if I
agent.
do have an idea, I'm
You are
cool with
comfortable.
it. Yeah.
In
I'm
fact,
cool with it. I'm not freaking out.
You
ki,
know,
oh,
I have friends who actually send saying that, I spoke to Sam and we called it Sam.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Okay.
spoke to Sam. By any chance, is he, she, an AI agent? We said, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So, and the answer is we were very comfortable speaking to, because the diction, the tonality, we've trained it for our brand voice, which is where
Right.
families born.
Right.
We've trained it for an Indian diction or Indian way of speaking. The way the homes are pronounced, the way the locations are pronounced. So I think we've nailed it insofar as the
Right.
the
So
workflows
ye,
there are concerned.
where else, which other industry can I fit this model into?
Beyond
today?
travel?
Beyond travel.
I think every industry.
Travel.
So we noted that when we started asking people this question, do you want to chat or do you want to continue speaking? The older people chose to continue speaking, but the younger people are extremely having, because
Okay.
those are asynchronous conversations, right?
Yeah.
You can chat
Yes,
with
no,
10. You don't need to chat with one person at a time.
So I'm not going to say what I would have chosen now. What has been an aha moment for you? Like, you discovered something and you said, oh, wow.
Can I talk about the ouch moment first?
Okay, let's do that. We
Okay.
can.
So our ouch moments have happened often.
You are a very honest person.
Yeah. It has sold my competitor's villa.
Okay.
And we are seeing the chat transcript. वो villa है ही नहीं हमारे पास.
But yes, I guess, like,
It's called hallucination. So as the model gets trained and as technologies evolve, it's getting better and better.
right. Okay.
But we are a startup. We were completely okay selling our competitors' villa.
Okay.
No, we called them and said, you know what, we did it for you. Thank you. We've just the bot just upsold that for you.
Okay.
But I mean, those are ouch moments.
Nice.
The aha moments come in in the NPS scores.
Right.
The aha moments come in the fact that you are still able to maintain 75 plus NPS score, or
Nice.
our average ratings across 1,000 reviews in a month is 4.77.
I think I've contributed a few.
Thank
as
you.
well. As you've been talking about it, it's very impressive that you're looking at 1,000 homes coming in soon. Your KPIs must have shifted, right? So what you're measuring
Yeah.
must have also moved along the times, right? So in the last couple of years, what are the new KPIs that you started tracking?
Margins, profits.
That is from the last 10 years also. But
No, in the
that-
last 2 years.
Only in the last 2 years.
Only in the last 2 years. Yeah.
But then,
Because growth was always misunderstood as, oh, you need to burn cash and you need to burn.
Correct.
Yeah, and we were private equity funded.
right.
A lot of pressure on us to grow. But I think post-COVID, the realization has dawned upon most startup entrepreneurs
Yes.
that end of the day, business is here to make money,
Right.
to be profitable,
Right.
It can't be just growth for the sake of growth is just cancer.
Right.
And at some stage you got to realize that if you're not EBITDA positive and you're not getting into the double-digit EBITDA numbers very soon,
Right.
then you don't cease to be a relevant organization.
Were there any KPIs in the digital marketing space that changed for you? Like,
So, for example, I consider all my AI investments not as technology investments. I consider them as my marketing and CX investment.
Investments,
So I add them into my ROAS calculation.
right.
Right.
Okay.
So it hurts my marketing team saying that
I'm like, if I was your marketing team, I'm like, ये क्या?
ये कहाँ से आ गया भाई?
Capital expenses डाल रहे हो,
हाँ,
the working capital के खर्चे में, हाँ.
So, but interestingly, you would be surprised our ROAS is to the tune of 24 to 25x on our spends.
Right.
So our revenues are GBV as they call the
Right.
revenues. And in fact, with the addition of technology, these numbers are remaining static while giving us those margins as we
Right.
require. And I'll give you an example. Typically, if you use a retention marketing tool, you will find that you have some pre-configured messages.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
For example, the individual has checked out, then checkout plus 48 hours, send a message. Checkout plus 60 days, send out a message.
That workflow is very standard.
That
right.
workflow is very standard. But the moment you introduce context-based, AI-based workflows, what it does, it looks at the full transaction, reads the full transaction, the entire history of the customer from the first touch point to the checkout.
Right.
Okay, and will make a very, very relevant message on day 60. Here's a reminder.
Right.
Right? Or you've specifically asked for a pet friendly, something, it'll
Right.
talk about that.
Right.
So the context that you had all along, as if a human is interacting with you, is what is the addition of AI to retention marketing.
So this is again personalization to another level, right? Where you-
Totally.
yeah.
See,
Expectation
nothing
is
changes
there.
if you notice. Neither have customer journeys. The principles of
Right.
marketing haven't changed. Nothing has changed,
Right.
right? The principles of return on advertising spend, digital marketing, nothing has changed.
SEO has always been the non-glamorous part
Yeah.
of the business of digital, and somehow is still the most impactful.
Oh, if you don't have organic traffic, and if SEO is not a part of your strategy, then you're not a marketer.
Yeah. Thank you so much for saying that, because I have such a fight when it comes to organic traffic versus paid traffic with almost everybody. This conversation itself. Where will we go in AI for marketing, not just in travel? Where do you think we'll go with this?
Very difficult question to answer because technology is evolving so fast. You know,
Right.
I did not think that voice agents would have this kind of a beautiful latency.
Right.
Just about 6 months back, I thought it will be 2-3 years away, and we've gone live with voice agents just 1 month, and now everything is my whole business is now being run in a very different manner. So I have very little idea about the future.
The speed of change
It's
right now
unreal.
is unreal, and we're just kind of keeping pace
Yeah.
with that as well.
So as a marketer, if you're not constantly learning, I would say 2 hours in a day you got to keep aside to just keep learning the new tricks of the trade, because
Right.
there's just so much happening out there. But
Right.
they are super high IQ people who actually really know how to use the Ferrari. So every part of my business, absolutely every part of my business is now AI driven,
Right.
right? And that's how I see this moving.
Thank you so much for coming.